You were drunk last night.
I got very lucky against
Hurry up, Gareth.
Hurry up, Gary. You were so much fucking
I'm winding you up. Relax.
Get stuck. They were trying to set up media fight.
McGregor-Nurmagomedov in at 155 pounds championship weight. First one out of the scales here this morning in Las Vegas. I am Conor McGregor. We're off the Brawl and offtheball.com. And we're going to talk through these weigh-ins a little bit later. And so Khabib has made championship weight. 155 pounds.
And of course you were. You live already?
Yeah.
You want to stop talking till
Yeah. Gareth A. Davies is going to join me in a few minutes' time to have a chat about the fight card. Get any questions, Anthony, you want to talk about? And while there is a break,
yeah, warning up now. Okay.
Khabib came in a half an hour before the weigh-in got underway. Did a test range and then proceeded to leave the room 2 minutes later and obviously came back. Got an extra £1 got back on the scales at 155 pounds. So we'll have the main event of the UFC World Lightweight Championship is weighed in by Conor McGregor. I'm sure we'll have no problems to make a little bit later on. Please, Harry coming up now on the scale fights with Sean Waters to kick off the main card of UFC 229 Saturday. $115.5 for these, Harry. Coming off the loss, turning to Laskovitz. 4 straight.
I love her. I love her. No, I'm not done. I'll explain it.
Yeah, I know.
Great character. Great character.
Tony Ferguson, Edgar Kiwi. Fights Annie Pettis coming for the scales now. Former UFC interim lightweight champion coming back, so returning from a knee injury, torn ACL. Obviously, we're supposed to headline UFC 223 in Brooklyn against Khabib-Nurmagomedov. He's up against Andy Pettis tomorrow night in the T-Mobile.
55.
No problems for after Cooley in at 155 pounds. One half of tomorrow night's co-main event in the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Love watching Tony Ferguson fight. Absolutely cracking fighter. Very unorthodox. And a little bit out there in terms of personality as well. Intriguing character, to say the least. Open St. Louis scales now. Light heavyweight contest.
$205.5.
205.5. OSP, he goes up against Dominic Reyes tomorrow night. The light heavyweight favourite on the main card. Decent fight for him. Nick Lance up now. Against UFC former lightweight title challenger Gray Maynard.
56.
Carney comes in at 156 pounds. So that's the second fight for the UFC fight for the female version of tomorrow, 229. Big thanks to Simon McGuire. Back there, OTB team member screening live from back in the studio. Gareth A. Davies will be joining me sometime within the next year. He's getting annoyed now.
I can hear you.
You can hear me.
I can talk to them from here if you want.
No, it's not. I'm winding you up, Gareth.
No, I know. I'm enjoying it.
GCA Liga up next. Lightweight clash tomorrow night against Roof and Sport. Sergio. Fantastic fight this one. Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Fantastic. Fighter in GCA Liga.
125.5.
125.5 for Brazilian. GCA Liga. Get any questions if you want on Facebook. I'll have a chat about them. Gareth will be joining me for shortly. Ina Landsberg up next. Sweet faces, Yana Kunitskaya. Someone's coming off the last cliff side. Bronson might clash. 135 pounds.
$135.5.
135.5 for Lena Lancer. Really good fight tomorrow night for the women's bantamweight division. That headlines the UFC. McGregor late. His agent Audie Altara has been outside, so remains to be seen how we can expect Conor to be too late, and I don't think there's going to be any issues. Gareth A. Davies is joining. Ryan LaFleur coming out to the scales now. Gareth, first of all, how are you, my friend?
Very well, thank you. I'll try and keep my tone scale a
bit louder.
Hang on, just okay. I've killed my ears out. Well, yeah, I don't need to shout. So, yeah, It's been great. I've never seen a turnout like this for a weigh-in. It's an early morning one. It's extraordinary. I mean, they've kept it very quiet. There's about 4,500 fans behind us who've got the in, and they are absolutely delighted. They're standing just behind the media watching us today. There are probably, in a room that not many families could live in, there are 200 media members, maybe more, maybe 300 media members watching men in budgie smugglers right now, and it's a brilliant moment. It's one of those moments that because Conor and Khabib didn't come together at the press conference yesterday and they didn't go nose to nose, there is something more in this event. There is more excitement. There's the face-off later on, but it's what happened in the corridors in New York. It's what's happened in the past with people getting held up against the wall, namely Artem Lobov, getting tickled around the chops, threatened in a corner, all that kind of stuff. But it's brilliant. That's why people are here today, because they wonder what's happening. I was round and about at 5 a.m. this morning. Yes, I have been to bed. I did a live Q&A. No, I did go to bed. Annoyingly, I went to bed at 3.5 hours sleep. But I wasn't even drinking last night. Drinking is later. Friday night. 170.5. Yeah, well, the thing is this.
How do you think Khabib looked in this game?
Fantastic. I thought he looked fantastic. He's probably going to be close to 173 pounds when they fight. 175, maybe 180. No, I think he looked fantastic. He had to go down his haunches, of course, after he weighed in, just to hold himself a little bit. But, gave a sign to the skies. It's great. We've got a World Championship defence. It's great. Let's hope Conor makes weight. It would be disaster. You never know in fight sports. No. Expect the unexpected. You just don't know.
That is true.
I hope he makes the weight. If he wins this fight, it's one of the great comebacks in all time in combat sports. It's like Ali coming back to beat George Foreman in the Rumble in the Jungle. It's got that kind of feel about it. They're calling this the biggest MMA fight of all time in terms of pay-per-view. That is the most watched boxing match of all time, because of the Rumble in the Jungle and Wembley Kings.
Championship weight for you.
Sergio Pettis looks fantastic, and you know what? He's looked better and better and better under Duroux. He's tightened up his nuts and bolts. He's a contender for the title down the line, no question about it.
That's what Henry was saying. It's really going to have the title, so it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah.
I love that fight.
Yeah, why are you whispering?
Fantastic. I don't want to get into the people's work.
I don't shout. I just talk. I've never known you whisper like this. I didn't realise your tones were so dulcet.
They are. They're fantastic. Do you like them?
Yeah, and here's the karate hottie,
Michelle Waterson. This is a phenomenal fight. Michelle shouldn't have any problems here. One of the quickest female athletes, the quickest in the roster. It was fantastic. I always enjoy watching Michelle.
Oh, absolutely. No, she's a brilliant mother, role model. Great speaker, beautiful woman, beautiful inside and out, absolutely beautiful woman, and an amazing fighter. And as we talked about her on the podcast last night, I'm rocking it up there, of course. As we talked about the podcast last night, it's whether you fancy her kind of precise skills against the scramble and the hard-nosed efforts that Felice Herrig puts on.
I know
that could be
you're picking Felice.
I've always picked Felice. I'm biased. She's one of my favourites in MMA, one of my favourite fighters, one of my favourite characters. I love having a crack with her. She is the most amazing kind of person to hang out with. She's got such great ideas. If I was doing a documentary about the role model in fight sports, I would pick someone like Michelle Waterson to put her in the mainstream. But if you pick a real character in fight sports, Felice Herrig.
She is a character, there's certainly no doubt about that. Listen from her pre-fight antics and her wedding antics, always entertaining to watch, and the octagon as well. Really turned the UFC crew around in the last number of fights. Anna Kunitskaya coming in now. She goes up against Lena Landsberg.
Love a little bit of pink in the blonde, don't you? Do you do that? You do that on a Friday? Let's put a bit of green in the grey.
Let's behave ourselves, friends.
Well, I'm just trying to paint the picture here of some, you know, it's the distinctive look, isn't it?
Very good fight for women's lines that you see. Korean portion.
Great entertainment that card's going to be. It really is. I mean, I do wonder, Niall, whether Conor's going to keep us waiting until 2 minutes to 11 today.
Probably.
He probably will.
Just for the balance.
So therefore we have to entertain for 2 hours.
On average, Aspen Lab, fantastic, you know.
I'm 36.
This week, I'm just telling Gareth, you know,
What do you mean behave myself? I'm just doing what I do. I mean, it's like, there's no to look at that time. It's perfect.
Because the microphone's too hot as well. I'm just got a message here from Simon. The microphone, you're too loud. So I'm sorry?
Tony Martin.
Yeah.
On the scales, man.
I'm 71.
I'm 17.
Always an entertaining fighter. Always an entertaining fighter. He's going to throw down. Ryan Flair is going to do. Yeah, that's going to be great. They're going to throw down.
Kicks off. What did you think yesterday? Obviously, the way with Khabib leaving.
Jalen Turner.
It would be nice to start off and exchange a few words.
I think it was a missed opportunity, Niall, for you know, those shots, the set pieces during the week where two people face off, where the shots go around the world. It's iconic, if you like, of Conor jumping on the octagon wall, as him being arrested in New York, but throwing the dolly. All those things, they're iconic moments, whether you like them or not. They're part of the narrative, part of the whole story. And not seeing them together, you say, yes, it will be. You know, it's like when Muhammad Ali taped his mouth up in a vow of silence against Leon Spinks. He took a vow of silence and walked out, and I'm not going to speak about this guy. He's not worthy to be spoken about. He got beaten, of course. He won the ring.
169 and a half.
I think it is a shame that we didn't have those pictures that went around the world at that time, you know, before that time yesterday. Why can I blame Khabib like 17 hours after he's to make weight for leaving after he said, I will be there for every minute? Yeah, but you know, he's got a job to do. Conor may have left him waiting. Conor may have turned up 5 minutes before the press conference was due to end. So it was open-ended, so he had to make a decision about weight. And he said, I'm going to be there till 3:15. And if he's not there, I'm going. What time is Conor coming? 3:20 something. You know, it was entertaining until but Dana White, as moderator yesterday, did a brilliant job having to handle that.
Scott Holtzman.
Conor McGregor, he's a very honest Conor McGregor, so that's not himself.
Yeah.
Very much himself, very calm, very cool, very quiet.
Yeah, he's wild as well. I mean, he feeds off the energy of people. I mean, it was kind of mild in terms of what we see in him sometimes, but you know, I think what he did brilliantly yesterday was remind us that the Irish will never be defeated and all this kind of stuff. It was brilliant, and it's the kind of stuff that people generate. You know, people generate off. It's the kind of thing that's made him this global star. He is the greatest marketeer in fight sports. He's done what Floyd Mayweather did. He's managed to build. He went away from the sport. Floyd retired 3 times. People wondered if he was going to come back. Conor literally retired.
55 and a half.
I'm 55 and a half. What he did was, it's exactly the model that Floyd Mayweather used. He retired 3 times. Every time he came back, people said, oh, he's going to get beaten. And he never got defeated. If Conor stays undefeated, he becomes a billionaire. Simple as that. He will generate so much money. Half the people will watch to see him get beaten. Half the people watch because they love him so much. Because he talks the talk and then he walks the walk. There is something special about it. It's a marketeer force that doesn't happen in any other sport. He is following the Mayweather model. He's able to do it because he has that charisma. He's more charismatic than Mayweather ever was at this stage. And it wouldn't surprise me to see Conor win a couple, go away, come back, but he's got to win. He has to win to keep his standing in the world in those terms and to keep those steps. He's got to do it.
Sorry, Luke, Black Beast on the scales now.
He is a beast, isn't he? I mean, let's hope we don't get another Francis Ngannou fight. I mean, what was it, 16 punches in 15 minutes? I mean, I asked someone to wake me up during that fight, nudge me when the fight broke out, and that was in the 13th minute. You know? I was sleeping. It was a terrible fight.
It was
I think he wins that. I think he knocks Volkov out. I think he winds into Volkov and he knocks him out. Volkov is going to be looking at the ceiling of the T-Mobile Arena tomorrow.
strong statements from Gareth.
No, real time, baby.
Real time, baby.
Fight day is approaching.
You are a wild man, mister.
Well, I've challenged the whole of the American media to a fight 1 by 1. I was sober.
Really?
Unfortunately.
Gareth is a wild man.
Starting with Adam Hill, who's about 8 stone or 10 stone heavier than me. Then Kevin Ione. Then Lance Pugmire. But I do need a bit of a tag team, so I'm going to pull some of you Irish boys in.
Right behind now. I think we're going to have to mute Gareth with a muzzle shortly. Because he's ranting and raving, but I think that's why he will Gareth.
Well, there's a man, Gray Maynard. I mean, I've known Gray many years. I always used to describe him. You see him physically, look at his back. He has a man. He is a man with a back like a cobbled street. You know, it's extraordinary how muscular he is. Absolute classic trilogy where, you know, Frankie Edgar was not
13 times.
it's unbelievable. Was it 30? It was 30.
To Mark Henry that he's never been closer to throwing the tail in his life.
Yeah.
If he'd thrown in that tail that day, and I thought Frankie's career would have gone a different way faster than he's doing. Mark and Ricardo Almeida and pulled the tail from Mark Henry's. Which is a fascinating story.
Wow.
Like Frankie turned around to me.
Listen, Frankie Edgar and Gray Maynard goes down as one of the great trilogies in fight history. I mean, in any fight history. I mean, it was so exciting, and that was the time that Edgar really proved that he is and was an extraordinary champion. Hey, there you go. That's what we want. Thank you very much. A bit of entertainment. That's a man who's looking forward to his breakfast. Right there.
I'm sure he is, Gareth. I'm sure he is.
Well, I think that is one of the things. You get these early weigh-ins. These guys, the thing about these early weigh-ins, they can go away now. They can replenish, re-nourish, come to the ceremonials later on, and ceremonial weigh-ins in the theatre, or T-Mobile Arena later, and feel really good. They're not going to feel weight drained. They're not going to be finding out to get up the steps like we've seen people like skeletons up there. No, these guys got to enjoy the morning now. A bit of rest, a bit of food, a bit of music. Maybe see the family. This is a rest day. They don't have to get charged up. It's all of them. They've made the weight. The job's been done. Exactly. The first battle is over.
Still, Conor McGregor yet to weigh in on the swings here. He's got ahead of the UFC on Gareth Davies live here in Las Vegas.
He's got a very long torso, doesn't he? And very, very long torso. It's almost like he's put on a rack and stretched an extra 6 inches. Look at him. An incredibly long torso. No, but he looks like he's been stretched on a rack. Great physique. Fantastic. Look at the size of those legs. Extraordinary. See more of the American media are going to beat up later. Yeah, we do have it. No, what happens when we have, I do that. No, yeah, no. You can't enjoy these fight weeks. This is the time of our lives. I've been coming to Vegas for 20 years. It's actually 21 years now. I've been here over 60 times in my career, traveling all around the world, nearly 3 decades of combat sports. And if you can't enjoy, we don't stop working in these fight weeks. People listening to this, okay, or watching this, we don't stop working in these fight weeks. You are on 3 hours sleep a night. We're not in the bars drinking. We're not on Tinder. We're not doing all that kind of stuff. But the thing is, people think we live a life on Friday, but we don't. We work and work. I mean, tequila challenge at some point, but Friday, you need a good night's sleep on Friday. We're all working tonight because we're going off to see Quintet, which we're going to see Kazushi Sakuraba have a grappling match with Uriah Faber in Quintet 3, which is a team grappling competition. It's taking place at the Orleans Hotel, one of the old school hotels, 5 minutes away in an Uber from here at the Park MGM. There's a lot of media going to that tonight. Josh Barnett's in it, Mark Goddard, Frank Mears in it. There's a real 17-year-old star whose name escapes me now, who's grappling in it, and he's been spoken about as a samurai to Uriah Faber. Uriah Faber put it together. It's on UFC Fight Pass, by the way, for fans. Ant Evans, who runs UFC Fight Pass, has got a few of us up there to see Sakuraba and Uriah Faber, Gio Martinez, some of these guys earlier in the week. So there's 4 teams. It's like a tag team. You get the next guy comes on. So it's a fascinating concept. It's a bit like physical speed chess or T20 cricket or sevens rugby. It's a faster format of the game of sport. So we're up there tonight. Yeah, really interesting. There is a UFC vodka launch at the Institute, but you know what? I'm going to the grappling launch. Well, you can grapple in with a bottle of vodka later if you want.
Still, no McGregor. It should be a problem. I don't think it's going to be an issue.
Look after my laptop. Okay.
Just taking this time. He's probably not out of bed yet.
I think he'll be out of bed. I would be out of bed. He'll done several weight checks this morning. No, because you never know what I'm joking. No, sorry. Yeah, no, just yeah. It probably isn't. Listen, it's funny, you know. I was talking to Anthony Joshua, the British heavyweight, recently at his media day in Sheffield, ahead of his 3 world title events, 3 world title events against Wembley 2 weeks ago. And he was saying he was getting up in the morning for early runs. He started watching the 24/7s on Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, and Conor McGregor, and these other guys. He said he suddenly realised that they don't get up early for a run. They get up and run when they've woken up. And that's a great thing for modern preparation of sports science.
Yeah, no, in terms of that,
it's also a different cardio sport. I mean, it's different. I mean, we saw that when Conor What's brilliant about that event, we were both there last year. It was huge. It was one of the most amazing events I've ever covered. And I still, people don't say this enough. Conor McGregor deserves serious props for what he did in that fight against Floyd Mayweather. I have not, in my time covering Floyd Mayweather, seen anyone hit him with an uppercut, by the way. Ever. E-V-E-R, ever. You know, and he managed that. And also he went 10 rounds in a sport that is completely psychologically difficult to take a part in. If you're hurt in MMA, you get hold, you go down. You can't do it in boxing, you're separated, you've got to go again. And it's psychologically, it's the difference between batting, that's exactly it, or batting in a 5-day test match and playing T20, or playing 7s rugby or playing 15-a-side rugby. Different psychology. Who I haven't seen.
I see you saying to say hi to you guys. They also said that you have a proper 12 ratings. They're like a Join me.
That's kind of what I together. It feels like an unfair accusation.
Just because it's standard. I know you're not just doing this. I'm just doing wise with
This is a big price.
I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break when we get back.
Nothing is happening.
And finding any questions on the place at page Twitter and YouTube also as well. And Simon McGuire back there in studio might WhatsApp me the messages on, so we can chat about it. No one here, but we're going to take a 2-minute break and it's going to cover share from UFC 229.
Please don't get back if you have fails that you actually have to touch back you should really leave this page. Well, you're telling me you don't have that and you're not in time. You're trying to break the story.
Cool. Thanks, bud. I like TV broadcasts.
That's not fair.
Should be. It's just, no, it's pictures of the weigh-ins and the audio. We should walk in the front there and do it large.
And then you just drag something that's soon enough.
This is That's a man on Conor McGregor. We'll see. So do they? Just want to tell us about what you saw McGregor surviving up to progressive. Well, there's 2 men better than the first time he's been walking sports weight. So anything happens, and you'll keep the weight.
You know what I thought? You're going the way of
You love love.
Yeah, just say, hey, maybe what's happening. I'm going to take some of that. Demonstrating the sense of right now. They would rather this across the way out quietly. I so far we've never down the road. It's only been 5 months since I'm manager of my car. My own. But as you said, on in the high. And just to still waiting. Big places. Yeah, let me know. Yes, sir. It's almost I also I think that also you're Mark Rainbow. I thought 2 days ago you're Mark Rainbow. I don't really know what that is. Mark's still trying to how's these days? I can agree. My intuition. New York McGregor. By middle of the planes and the lights went on. The lights went on. Clean off to the point. How about that? Getting the groundwork for
Did we miss Curtis or not? Oh, he's just quickly coming in. Conor still in the house.
Back on here, a little bit of a break. Andy Pettis about to get on the scales, he's just outside.
We're just waiting for Conor and his entourage of about 50 to join him, no doubt. But I'm hearing, I can't confirm this, put your kettles on, because it could be a little wait. I've heard that Conor is slowly rising, could well be in his house still, but you know, it's only a 20-minute ride away. I'd actually serve these on my that's all, because it will be the biggest story of the day. He's got 2 hours. He's. I've got to say, I haven't mentioned John Kavanagh this week yet, apart from a couple of mentions in my written pieces. I spent some time with John in Rome at a recent Bellator event, and you know, I've got to say this for John. I think, you know, we were talking about it. We were talking about how, you know, he's made his fortune. He really has made his fortune. And he said to me, you know, you might make it big and make your fortune. Hope so, inshallah. And you know, John said, you know, how could we ever give up doing this because it's part of our life? You don't want to give up, would you? Because you love it so much. And he's absolutely right, because I was talking about this earlier with you, Noah. You know, this job is not a job; it's a lifestyle, isn't it? We were both up at, you know, up by 5, working away, because it is. You live the life. You have to live the life. If you don't do it, you're not going to. And I think John created a field. He built it, and they came, and he will. You know, people come from all over the world now. I've just been. I just saw him. I saw him. He become a sex symbol in China. He's become like MMA world. Yeah, exactly. You know, no, but he's a great guy. What I love about him, I've watched John.
I think he knows that Conor is massive knowledge. He's a great guy.
Who's just excels. I don't coaching yeah, no, I agree completely. But what I particularly like about John, I was watching John very closely at the workouts on Wednesday, and he never took his eyes off Conor while he was working with Coach Roy. And you know, listen, when Conor fought Floyd Mayweather, I was very privileged to do Facebook Lives with William Miller in the coaching. I was there, and I even stripped down to be budgie smugglers, by the way.
Oh, lovely!
And jumped into the pool with Artem Lobov, but the Facebook Live cut off.
I'd say Artem loved that.
We had a real crack, and I worked with Artem all week, and I worked with Coach Roy. They're a brilliant group of guys, and what I like about them is they don't there aren't really airs and graces behind the scenes. There are a bunch of guys living their dream. Conor's not that behind the scenes, as you know. He's got. We talked about him being a brilliant marketer. He's got this public face, this image that he portrays, which draws people into the sport. Without him, we wouldn't all be here. So I think it's an interesting point. Yeah, everybody has their time. Certainly being around it a long time, everyone has their time, their purple patch, that when they are the thing, and that's one of the fascinating things about this fight. Has he left it too long being away for 2 years from mixed martial arts? Rapidly evolving sport. Things change so quickly. Obviously, he went away and made life-changing money for himself and several generations of his family to come with that fight against Floyd Mayweather. But what Conor does when he steps into the public limelight, steps into the public eye and public firmament, he does it with such presence. He does have the Muhammad Ali. He said yesterday when asked about comparisons with Muhammad Ali, how he mentioned in the same breath as Muhammad Ali is extraordinary strength, and he never achieved the things that Muhammad Ali achieved. Muhammad Ali was around at a different time. He's right when there were a lot of social issues changing, when race was a big issue. Muhammad Ali, like Conor McGregor, was a free spirit. And Conor has that. That's what I love. That's what I actually love about Conor. The free spiritedness of himself. The fact that he cannot be restrained. You see Dana White. He is literally a moderator when Conor's up there. He lets Conor fantastic job. Fantastic job. And look, one of the things that I was talking with a lot of Vegas people about, of course, Vegas is about the big fights. It's about the drop. They've really adopted him. Listen, it was me that said to Conor 2.5 years ago, I think when he was due to fight Chet Mendes, I'd seen or head forwards, and then Mayweather appeared to me. I remember asking Conor in an interview on Beating Spirits whether he'd be interested in Mayweather. Because I was saying to him at the time, you are looking at $1 billion fight if that fight happens. And he said, Garrett, I'll do my half Irish accent. Garrett, he said, Garrett, I'll do it, show me the money. And they showed him the money, and he paid and he delivered. Again, talking to Vegas people, in the last year, please don't abuse me on Twitter for my terrible Irish accent. I love the Irish. Remember, I'm a Celt. I'm a Welsh Italian, yeah? So it's anyone but England in the Six Nations, remember? All of that kind of stuff. Scotland, Ireland, France, Italy, Wales to beat England in the Six Nations. Just trying I'd call out the whole. I just dug for myself my terrible Irish accent. But should the abuse coming my way? Well, there's always abuse coming my way. But the thing is this: as I put my arm around you, we come to Vegas for special occasions. Since Conor and Floyd last year, I came to Canelo, saw Canelo Alvarez against Kennedy Golovkin. That was September. There hasn't been a big event here. I've talked to security guys, MGM PR people. There's not been a big fight event here till Canelo and Golovkin a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. Now we've got Conor. I guess the breakthrough last week changed the record. I'm not. Oh, for mixed martial arts, yeah, no question about it. I think it will. I do. I think once some. I think the combat sports world, for example, this week. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury in London on Monday. It's a heavyweight title fight, of course. I know it's different sport, but Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury in London on Monday. They were in New York on Tuesday. They were in LA on Wednesday. And it's helped the build this week, because that's gone. Now we've really launched into this. We've really noticed a growing number of fans. Wednesday was not as busy at the moment. Yesterday in the theatre was extraordinary. It was back to those days.
As the night went on, the rest of people more and more actual. My main worry is that on the podcast, that's interesting.
Oh no, I think it'll be an amazing experience. The Americans love Conor, they're behind him. Khabib will have his support in there. You feel the atmosphere in Vegas when you fights here. You know yourself, we walk down the halls, through the casinos, down the streets. You've got the Irish flag tricolours everywhere, the bars are full. There's a buzz about the place. There's an energy in the town. There's an energy. I remember because I covered Ricky Hatton here years ago, where 25,000 British fans, Mancunians, all the fans came in for Ricky Hatton against Floyd. And, it was spectacular, and they never forgot it. There's only one Conor McGregor. There's only one Ricky Hatton, and Vegas loves visitors.
That's a big difference between those days, the Conor McGregor era in Vegas and the Ricky Hatton British boxing.
Well, I think Ricky had a great run here, but he didn't beat the very best, did he? He lost to Floyd Mayweather, and he lost to Manny Pacquiao here. What Conor's delivered in Vegas is obviously the one defeat to Nate Diaz, and then immediately he wins it back. The fight against Poirier was amazing here. The fight against Jose Aldo was off the charts. I remember speaking to Conor with Lance Pugmire from the LA Times for 2 minutes. We snuck behind the curtain after the weigh-ins on Friday that day. Went to a little bit of trouble with the UFC PR as well. Conor described in absolute detail what was going to happen as they met in the centre of the octagon that night. And he said, I'm going to ghost in there, I'm going to avoid him, land and knock him out. And he just described exactly what's going on. We're looking across a large aghast at what we're seeing. He's a savant. There's genius in those buddies. I've said it on off the ball before. And if Jer's watching or listening at training at the moment, it's on, baby. Me and him. The over 50s.
Team MMA.
No holds barred.
No holds barred. There you have it, Jared has issued a challenge to no holds barred event.
So some big party.
There you go. Some big what a state. Jared Davies. Like in Las Vegas. Still away.
Well, when we stepped away from the broadcast for a few minutes to try and get some insider knowledge on where Conor was, I did hear from a that was about 20 minutes ago.
That is the trigger.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, the atmosphere is really changed the minute he steps in here. I mean, we've only had probably half the card weighed so far. The last 15 minutes. No, I don't think he's been on yet. We saw Duke Willis and his family.
Join us on more vacation.
We're on the brawl. We're on the brawl. We're on the bar brawl.
Maybe a little bit better. I think
no bar brawls, no crawls, all brawls. No, and listen, I've got a big preview to write. I feel like a lot of work's been done today, but I did ceremonial weigh-ins later on the Team Arena. We've got Quintet tonight, the Grappling Fest. Do you know what? I may not have enough energy to raise a little shot in celebration of UFC 229. Hashtag UFC 229. Hashtag Conor. Hashtag Khabib. Hashtag off the brawl. Hashtag on the ball. Go there, baby. Watch your step.
It's absolutely amazing.
It's very warm.
You're controlling this phone on the ground now.
I have never had. That's surprising.
Still no Conor McGregor on the scale, so we're going to need him for about 5 minutes.
This is the real don't get away. You may well.
Sad and you have to worry about it. And it's weird to see those and you sense it that that is an interesting observation. He's right. Here's so many different so waiting to make it the same thing. It's like that is the one matchup that will forever be so far away. They still young. They still young. It's annoying.
We're back on now. I think the sound might be a little bit better. It looks like the former UFC Lightweight and Featherweight champion is about to get on the scales. No, it's not. It's a false alarm. It's Alexander Volkov.
Too rubbish, you know. That ain't no lightweight, baby. That ain't no lightweight. That is a big man, again, with a very long torso. Drago. As I said, I've got Drago, exactly. I've got Volkov losing this fight. As you know, I says he's going to look at the ceiling of the T-Mobile Arena on Saturday night. He was brilliant against Verdum. Was that in London? It was, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
It was in London, yeah, of course. It was a tremendous performance that night. He's a fantastic fighter, but I just think he leaves himself open a bit too much. And it's, these are heavyweights, so anything can happen. But I do like the Beast. I think the Beast gets it.
I think our microphone issues have been resolved there. There was a few comments, but we're back on. No problem. It's fine. It's all good. Volkov on point ahead of that fight tomorrow night with
Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov.
There we go.
Island versus Dagestan, gang against gang, creed against. Well, it's become. Look, you can't ignore these things. It's become more than just a fight. I asked Khabib at the press conference yesterday. Is this just a fight? It's not just a fight anymore. It is more than that. It's become more than that. There's a lot of stuff that's gone back and forth. Conor McGregor bringing up terrorism yesterday. Ironically, the next question came from an Israeli in the media. He said, "There's no peace in this event."
That was a phenomenal quote.
Look, it was, but fight sports is about the inaction of people who. They do it for entertainment. It's a representation of what we don't want to see outside a place where they agree to fight at a certain way, in a certain place, at a certain time, on a certain day, over a certain thing. It's not bigger than a fight. That it is just a fight in a steel cage on a Saturday night. I don't care what either of those men say. It's not a battle between Eastern Europe and the Irish, and Artem Loba's work with Russia and the president, or what I hear he works with the president at times, with the president training the president's security guards. It's not about Russia against Dagestan. It's not.
That is part of the fight game, though. It's been used.
It's marketeering. Of course. If these two guys have a 5-round ding-dong tomorrow night, they will respect each other. Whether you like it or not, they will respect each other. It has to be there. We have to have respect in this sport. And if it is a 5-round ding-dong, let's do it again. Look at Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor. I think there were cans of stuff thrown at each other.
There was, that's right, in the press conference before the fight.
Yeah, and it was disgusting. It was disgusting. And, that shouldn't happen. But it built the fight. It made it huge. Those two men really respect each other now. They do.
And it's the same the build up to this fight as well. Obviously, the dolly footage was used by the UFC. I don't think it's any surprise from the media in the sport. It's not a problem.
The New York New York State dealt with what Conor did. He's got a lawsuit against him from Mike Chiesa for damages. He's probably got lawsuits against him from other people that were on that bus. It was, again, I call him the irascible Irishman. And at some point he's going to say, who are you calling me the irascible Irishman, yeah? Yeah, and he will come and give me that, I'm sure, when he's looked it up. Yeah? Yeah? I'm not irascible. But he is. And he has these moments. He has these moments. Oh, we're video. Okay, hey. We have these moments that we have these moments with Conor where he's brilliantly out of control. He does this out of control dance. But there are moments when it just steps over the line slightly. Look,
the illusion of insanity.
Jonathan Trager from mixedmartialarts.com chiming in here. Just give me one moment. I think we have someone else about to just get on the scales here. There's been a bit of commotion.
It's like Christmas morning in here, isn't it? Waiting for Conor to come in. Everyone's waiting to see if the present's about to be unwrapped.
Hey, oh man, nice to see you. How are you doing? Hey, how are you? Nice to see you.
Oh yeah, how's the story, man?
Hey,
Get on. Really, what's the story? All the SBG team have arrived here. Coach on Roddy, Artem Lobov, Peter Queally, Dylan Dennis.
They're here. I suspect
Conor McGregor is here, I would imagine.
Yeah, well, hopefully we are. It looks like we are going to unwrap the Christmas present right now. Then, yeah.
Conor McGregor about to come out in the scales, former UFC Lightweight and Featherweight champion. Just moments away from getting on the scales here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Looks fantastic, doesn't it?
There's Conor McGregor on the scales now. One 54.5. Big cheer here. Conor McGregor
looking fantastic.
Absolutely comfortable.
All right,
looking fantastic.
We heard them then. There they are. These boys have worked very hard.
On Roddy, Peter Queally, Artem Lobov, all the lads on the scales, and very, very happy. Conor McGregor looks absolutely fantastic at 154.5.
How great!
Fantastic stuff. Live there, and they're behind us. Peter Queally, on Roddy.
Yeah.
Dylan Dennis, Artem Lobov.
Yeah, I mean,
we didn't expect Artem in. He's a fight in Moncton last week. Artem has obviously only got in the last couple of days.
Yeah, you mentioned.
So great to see Artem here with his longtime buddy Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Fight is official. World title fight is official in Las Vegas, Nevada. Conor McGregor looked absolutely fantastic. Optimum weight class for Conor. Title fight is official, Garth.
Well, you were right. You're spot on. 154.5 pounds, wasn't he? Yeah, as you say, he does the business. He's a proper pro. This is the first sign that he is truly on this. There's no messing about. He's made weight. He wants that title. The hunger's back. We are in for a special afternoon. They'll both put the weight on now. They're going to go nose to nose. It's going to be amazing. The fans were here for him today. You heard it straight away. As I say, there's not that many of them in here. Not many of them heard about it. But this is, I'm buzzing. The hairs on my body are standing erect upright right now.
Okay, wonderful words there from the irrepressible Gareth A.
Only
Davies.
the hairs on my body.
We'll be back in just a couple of minutes' time for a short on-camera piece to wrap up the weigh-ins here from UFC 229. Back in a couple of minutes. 1 second, Simon. Wait a sec. You haven't turned it on yet, have you? Three, four, five. Now McGregor and Garda Davies. Conor McGregor has just weighed in here at UFC 229. Looked absolutely optimum and on point. Khabib Nurmagomedov in earlier on at 155 pounds on the button. Didn't look as good for me. Obviously, it's a harder cut for Khabib, but McGregor looked absolutely optimum.
Well, obviously you're biased, but that's fine.
I'm not biased at all.
So they were like, no rival was imminent. They kept them an hour apart here. We've got armed police, of course, because of the potential trouble that thankfully there hasn't been any, but they kept them an hour. He was first at 9, Conor at 10. We have a fight, and we have a great... what's brilliant is Conor has weighed in. There's no mistakes. They're on point. He's serious. There's no parody going on. He's wondering about that. There's no parody. He's after the belt, Khabib, and the title again of the biggest combat sports star in the world.
Absolutely fantastic stuff. You know, we've talked about the permutations over the last hour and a half of this fight. We both, I think, have sensed that Conor McGregor's come into this fight, got the mind game going. He looked a lot better, a lot more comfortable as the weeks have gone on. I think we're both picking the Conor McGregor victory here tomorrow night.
I am, but I think he's got to get it done in the first 2 rounds. As it crawls into the third, listen, Conor finishes people. He's a finisher. He's not gonna to long the thing out. Khabib won't.